Yeah. So here we are coming off of this Leo full moon. And I don't know how it is where you are, but it's raining cats and dogs. It's around, I want to say just after 1 a.m. in the morning, here where I live. And Megan the Stallion decided to drop her song HISS. Y'all, let's get into some things. I'm being rude. Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatever time you click on this video is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership and all of your support. Now, before I go any further, y'all, I think Megan may have bit off a little bit more than she can chew. And I'm being objective here. I mean, when you're name dropping Kris Jenner and you low-key had, a shade fest with their daughter Kylie. I don't know if some of you remember this, but there was a whole thing with the going back and forth where Megan even went to dinner over at Travis' house. And Kylie took a picture of her foot to show that her foot was fine and nothing was wrong with her foot. So, honey, I'm going to go ahead and get started. For those who like to know what decks I use, I decided to pick this because I don't know where my anime cards are. And I'm not about to look for them. Megan likes anime, so I'm gonna pick the DC Tarot because it still has the energy of was that Birds of Prey movie. So, she did a song with Normani for that soundtrack. Yeah, this is gonna be a wild ride. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the highest heavenly realm, please protect my messages. Make sure they come through in the highest integrity. Keep all maleficent spirits away from me and my viewers. And please keep any false messages away from this reading. I thank you in advance for your help and your support. All right, show me the energy around what's going to happen now that HISS is out. How is the industry going to take HISS? Okay. So, first two cards out, Five of Pentacles and the Moon. So behind the scenes, what people don't know, what they don't see is this is very poorly received. Five of Pentacles is also a card of being ostracized, not only not being accepted. So her peers are not feeling this at all. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is like when you talk about money, it means that money is coming in, but it's not, large amounts. This is like paycheck to paycheck, okay? It's steady, but it's not large in abundance. So it's going to, on the back end, stifle opportunities for Megan because the industry, the people that we don't see behind the scenes, they don't really fare well with this song. Show me more. Okay, so you got the Lovers and the Five of Cups. So the Lovers doesn't just represent relationships, it represents a choice. And on the back end, this choice is going to cost her, because Five of Cups is deep sympathy and regret. The Hierophant. That's the powers that be. And that's falling right under the Five of Pentacles and the Moon. I thought when I heard her drop Kris Jenner's name that possibly was a bad decision. And it's looking like it really is. And it was. Because those who sign the checks, those who are behind the scenes, those who are the true taskmasters, honey, they ain't feeling this at all. It's looking like people are going to ostracize her. Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles. So, yeah, okay. Ace of Wands is swift movement. Okay, that's moving forward aggressively. The Ace of Cups, excuse me, not Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, which is either a very intuitive woman or a woman who is a water sign, and the Two of Pentacles, that is juggling. So what I get out of that, there's a water sign woman who was referenced in this song, who she may have possibly flirted with this woman's man, tried to juggle this woman's man, something to do with her relationship. And, oh, y'all. Ooh-wee. This makes sense. So, this cost her to lose money, and her money has been moving funny ever since. That's why this falls under the Knight of Pentacles. Allegedly, and I'm saying this with a strong allegedly, she ruffled Rihanna's feathers, and it caused Rihanna to put the brakes on financial opportunities, which slowed Megan's money down tremendously. Ace of Wands, that big D energy, right? And the Page of Pentacles. You just made her relive whatever the energy was in the first place that caused her to put your money to a crawl, which means she's going to possibly, allegedly, slow your money down again. This is why you don't throw pebbles at a mountain. Those pebbles don't affect the mountain, but the avalanche coming down that mountain will definitely affect you. High Priestess and the Seven of Pentacles. So this choice that's causing her all types of grief, y'all, she messed up big time. Because this doesn't represent High Priestess as in secret knowledge. This represents an actual High Priestess. Okay? She ruffled the feathers of an actual High Priestess. And the Seven of Pentacles is energy that is sold into a situation. This is as you sow, so shall you reap. And this is also sowing seeds for a larger harvest. See, when Megan did this song, she just took it as, being tongue-in-cheek pretty much, thumbing her nose at people, flipping people off. But she sowed the seeds of a very bitter harvest. She literally sowed the seeds of strange fruit. And this choice is going to haunt her. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands. This is the weight of the world on her shoulders. This was a movement she should have kept. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do diss tracks and this, that, and the other. But the thing is, when you decide to do so, you need to do so in a way to where you're in your lane. She got out of her lane, and now she can't keep up with and I just heard a hip-hop line. If you know old school hip-hop, you'll know exactly what I mean. To say you can't keep up with the shit I corrupt. She literally got out of her lane, and she's literally dancing with fire. She jumped off the porch with the big dogs, and now she realizes she's still a pup. This was biting off way more than she can chew, because you're mentioning people who are in another dimension in their career. They're in another stratosphere. So even if these people don't respond back, the seeds that she sowed. Oh, wait a minute. There's something under this high priestess I didn't even see. Yeah, look, baby, listen. Didn't even see this. But I want you guys to see this. And that's exactly how this is going to work for her. She's not even going to see this coming. You see this? High priestess, 7 of swords, 7 of pentacles. It's going to be like a thief in the night. And this is what's going to put the weight of the world on her shoulders, because these are the people that she wants to still be able to hobnob with, the people that she wants to go to corporate events and award shows, and people are really, 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 really about to pull some major strings to keep her out of contingency for a lot of things. So, sad to say it, y'all, if she starts losing different product endorsements, or we don't see her actually successfully put out this 3rd album, just know I told y'all about these roadblocks, because this is all behind the scenes. This is the industry. These are the people that we don't see, and the energy that we don't see. Biting off more than you can chew is an understatement. She's going to choke on the crow that she just bit in this situation. Let me see how this is going to work out for the long run when it comes to the people behind the scenes. Okay, so you got the sun here, which usually represents happier times. And then you got the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands represents an opportunity, blessings, things coming in, right? So this is what she had coming to her. Things were going to be really bright for Megan, okay? She was looking at being able to actually put some money in her pocket, because we know she's had to spend a lot on lawyers. Things was really, really getting better for her. But now that this is fallen under the Hierophant, the people who actually control these opportunities, they also control, how and when she gets opportunities. Yeah, 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. So 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands is falling under this Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, this represents like a stalemate, being stuck, being pigeonholed. 8 of Swords is usually like the card for jail. Okay, but this is literally being pigeonholed. Okay, somebody putting you in a situation to where you stall out, because Megan sees this as standing up for herself, defending herself, right? But what she considered defending herself and standing up for herself literally put her in a stalemate. Let me clear some of the space. Like I said, she didn't see this coming. You know, she just looked at it like this is rap. You know, you feel some type of way. You feel sensitive. She just, you know, she thought that she would hurry up swiftly, put this out, come out with this message, and she'd be trending. But the odd part about it is, everybody, instead of her trending for the song, instead of seeing hashtag HISS, guess what's trending? I'll give you a second to see if you guess. What's actually trending is hashtag free Tory. And see, that's not from the industry. That's from the street. So here we go. We've got the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is falling under the Lovers, the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. I told y'all, they're going to put her career on ice. They're going to cool her off. This is the card of hiatus. It doesn't mean completely done, but it means hibernation. Knight of Wands. And this is what falls under the card of the Sun, which means this is what's been illuminated. So Knight of Wands is, you know, here for the short time, not the long time. This is, you know, the card of the whoremonger. Okay. So this feels like what's about to come, allegedly, is the information that people have been sitting on, that people have not exposed yet, about exploits that we still don't know about yet, which seems impossible because I feel like we know too much already. Things are going to start being either released to the blogs, or people are just going to start dropping it in songs. Like, her information is going to come out, and it's going to get worse and worse every time it comes out, because it's the industry that is making this happen this time. Wow. So here we are, the Four of Cups. This is an unrequited offer because, like I told you, you know, being pigeonholed for what you consider to be standing up for yourself for freedom of speech. But this is one of those situations to where, you know, they tell you your arms are too short to box with gods. I'm not going to say God as in the Most High, but these are the gods of the industry. This is going to bring a lot of regret behind the scenes. Nine of Swords. What did I say? Nine of Swords represents a lot of anxiety, deep worry, depression, lack of sleep, no mental dexterity. This is the card of silently freaking out before you publicly unravel. Yeah, we got the Six of Cups here. So Six of Cups represents, you know, people, places, and things from the past. And this is falling under the Knight of Wands. Like I told y'all, any past exploits that we don't know about yet, which, like I said already, I feel like we know too much. These things are about to come to the surface. It's all about to hit the fan. Uh-oh, we got the Strength card and the Seven of Cups. So, being that this whole row represents that Queen of Cups, water sign woman, usually Pisces, okay? You've got Strength, which represents the Leo, and Seven of Cups, considering options. This is going to push this Queen of Cups hand to see what she could do to help this Leo, Tauri. Help bring his blessings, bring his ships in. Can't make this up, y'all. Justice. And this is what's really stressing Megan out secretly, because this is a card of no rest for the wicked, no rest for the weary, losing sleep at night. She's actually worried about, and funny enough, that's Wonder Woman with the lasso of truth. She's worried about what's going to come out in the near future, because whatever this is that's going to come out in the near future, it's going to bring justice and stability. Knight of Swords, King of Swords. So, oh wow. There's going to be a message coming in very swiftly from a man that is at the top of the industry. I don't know if this is an air sign, because swords represent air, but swords also represent people who are good with words, wordsmiths, okay? So this could possibly be a man that she addressed in this song coming forward with their own diss track, or addressing her in a statement in the public. And King of Swords is not to be played with. This is a very unemotional, tactical person. If they have to cut you with their words, they will. So it's looking like Megan can possibly be receiving a response from a very, very high above source when it comes to music. And it's going to come in swiftly, or swifter than she expected. So I want to tap out of this industry energy, and I want to see how the streets feel, how the fans feel. I mean, you know, Megan has her diehard hotties, but the hotties don't make up, you know, all the fan bases. And also, you know, you may have hotties that are also in other fan bases that have been around a little longer, and they may not, you know, fare well with the way that she's moving against other artists that they also, you know, are huge fans of. But I want to give her a fair opportunity. Let's see. Honey. Ace of Pentacles was that last card that was stuck in the box, didn't want to come out. And look at what it's attached to. People, places, and things from the past. Let me clear some of this energy. Ooh-wee. I've never seen energy like this before when it comes to the industry. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of politics behind the scenes, but it looks like this time around, it's not from just the peers. This is coming from a high place, and then it's coming from peers that are in places that are leaps and bounds beyond where she is in her career. So that's very different for me. Uh-oh. First time I ever seen my cards do that. Let me make sure they're all facing in the right direction. All right. That right there is a sign. Like there's a huge divide. And yeah, literally, like I want to say this amount of cards were turned this way, all the rest were turned the other way. So that's letting me know, you know, even with that's the way people are feeling about the response of this song. You have those that are in her fan base that are going to ride regardless, but it looks like the way my cards were split, 70 to 80% of the people are going to possibly be rubbed the wrong way. But let's check in and see. Show me how the fans in the street feel about this. Okay, so 6 of Cups. This is dealing with past situations, places, and people. And we saw that was the first thing that we saw. Okay. Gotta make sure I cover her as best I can because YouTube be tripping on our cards. 3 of Pentacles. So contracts, negotiations, agreements, and commitments. Oh, see, 7 of Swords. So she's doing this whole theme on snakes, but this is, weirdly enough, is starting to turn on her because a 7 of Swords would be someone who moves in snake-like energy. Queen of Wands. Now, if you've been following me for a while, of course we know Megan's an air sign, but anytime I do a reading on her, when the Queen of Wands comes out, it represents the hot girl because Queen of Wands represents fire. So, yeah, it's being a 7 of Swords lit before that one came out. People are not seeing her in a good light right now. They feel like this wasn't, you know, the best decision. Some people just downright feel like this is, you know, snake energy. Knight of Wands. See, and I just spoke on this from the industry deck. So even with her speaking on her sexual exploits, it didn't help to drive the point home that she was trying to drive home. It actually, it's looking like it's blowing up in her face. The Empress. So this Empress attached to this 6 of Cups, okay? Empress is a very high-ranking woman. She's all queens in one. And then you got the Devil at the bottom of the deck, which represents chaos and toxic energy, being tied, attached, and bound by toxic energy due to commitments made. So people, for the most part, and this is not everybody, but this is for the most part, the majority of people are feeling like the energy is becoming toxic. They're feeling like, you know, she is committing herself to like beating a dead horse. This, you know, either it's they either feel like, okay, you know, we ride with you and this is something that you don't have to explain. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to say nothing. Or they look at it as disingenuous, where you get the Seven of Swords. And now, you know, her pushing forward with this commitment and doing what she did. Here it is, that Nine of Swords again. As you can see, this is a person in the bed who is suffering from anxiety. This is affecting her rest. This is really, really, you know, causing her issues with how she's processing things right now. Here, that Knight of Pentacles again. Now, the industry, the Knight of Pentacles came from people behind the scenes who had possibly already, you know, decided to not do business with her, and it slowed her money down. Now it's the public that are looking at her as someone that is rubbing them the wrong way, and it's going to affect her money, possibly like her streams or her ticket sales. The moon represents things that are done in secret. So being that the moon is falling out under the Queen of Wands, now just look at this combination here, these four cards. You've got the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the moon, and the Knight of Pentacles. You know, people are feeling like you're moving funny. You're moving like real snake-like. You're being devious. You're underhanded. Here it is. You got more secrets than a little bit that are attached to the hot girl energy. And now it's to the point where folks are going to get tired and they're not going to support the brand as they did before, and it's going to slow down her income. And this is what she didn't expect. Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Now, I don't know how this Ten of Cups ties into the Knight of Wands, and I don't want to be the one to say this, but Ten of Wands represents, you know, family, okay? Or possibly, you know, because the Empress is in this role, is being in a family way, as they used to say back in the day, okay? And if this is so, look at what's at the bottom of the deck. You've got the Ten of Swords, being betrayed, and this person is sitting up watching everybody on the internet. And this is Megan. She watches all the comments. She waits to see what the consensus is on everybody and how they feel. And then when people don't agree with her, she doesn't like what's being said, she internalizes it and she feels betrayed. She takes everything extremely personal, but she doesn't take accountability for the fact that the comments are addressing things that are derived from actions that have to do with her. Yeah, Five of Cups. There's that deep regret, that remorse again, falling under this Empress. Two of Swords. Separation. People are separating from her. It's one of those things to where things can get better for Megan if she just decides to fall back a little bit and create music that's going to make people want to dance. Get away from the angry rants and give people the actual hot girl music. Give people the music that got people to fall in love with your brand in the first place. So, you know, we can expect her to pop off when people get to criticizing this song and it doesn't work the way she wants it to. Knight of Swords, you know, she's going to come back swiftly. And she's got to understand that you can't attack people and then play the boy that cried wolf. If people don't like it, they just don't like it. Now, you could leave it up or take it down, but these people consume your product. And by consuming your product, they put money in your pocket. It's sort of like, you know, what Willie D did when he had the Cat Williams video, and then he came back out and called the people who didn't support his style of interview uncivilized mutts. These people still gave you clicks and views, which help your brand. A lot of people unsubscribed after that because of how they felt due to what he said. So we've got the Six of Pentacles falling under the Moon and the Queen of Wands. So Six of Pentacles is unearned income. It's like being a benefactor, you know, receiving money you didn't have to work for, somebody giving you a large amount of money possibly, but it was done in secret. Y'all, here's this Four of Swords again. Four of Swords is the card of being laid to rest. This part gets really personal, and because this isn't a personal reading, I'm not going to tap into that. But I know exactly what that is. I have a lot of people who read tarot who follow me. So Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups, Four of Swords. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are intuitive enough to put that together. I'm going to just leave that be. Three of Cups, card of collaboration, also partying. And so, you know, this goes back to, once again, people, situation, places from the past. This goes back to that night when everything changed, okay? And, man, there's something attached to this that's in this row, that's in this row. And it's like I'm seeing dual confirmation. But like I said, this is not a private reading. So I don't want to be the one to put this on the line. Six of Cups, Empress, Five of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Megan, honey, if they spill the tea that I'm looking at right here, it's going to make you look really, really messy. Really, really, really messy. And it's definitely not going to be good for the hot girl brand. And right now, city girls already are not doing too well. So hot girls don't need to be down 1,000 to match city girls. King of Swords. Now remember, I said that King of Swords was going to come out, you know, from the industry reading. Someone is going to address her. Somebody that's either in hyper masculine energy or an actual man that is at the top of the food chain in music. Okay? And whatever this is that he's going to bring to light is going to have Megan shaking in her boots. I would say at this point, if you make it through the week, literally the 7-day news cycle after this song comes out, and this man still hasn't addressed you, don't push it. Because if you push it, this man is going to put the last nail in your coffin. And he knows a lot about you. A lot of people have talked to him and given him information, and the information does pan out. Yeah, here's that Ten of Swords. This is her, you know, on her phone, watching everybody on social media. And she's not liking what people are saying with this Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. This is like people gossiping about her coming forward. She must not be making that much money because why is she doing this? This is looking real petty. This is looking snake-like. This is like the type of energy that she's reading. And she feels betrayed. But here's the thing. You're laying here with the phone in your hand reading these comments, feeling like every time you read one of these comments, somebody's stabbing you in your soul. You don't have to read these. So you worship Beyonce, but see, Beyonce is on the level that she's on because Beyonce does not address 98% of what's on the internet. And whatever she does address, she addresses it in such a way that she speaks to the masses all at once, wraps it up with a bow, and she's done with it. So I would suggest that you quit spending so much time on the internet, focusing on what people think and how they feel and what they have to say about you, because it's going to drive you crazy. Okay, so the Chariot. Megan. There's secrets around this whole... Now, remember when she kept saying that Tori was trying to pay people and it was attached to what happened in the car? There's secrets around why you're trying to tell people about this unearned income. But the secrets appear to be attached to you. Man, y'all, Four of Cups. I really feel like Megan bit off more than she could chew this time. It's not about HISS being a hit or a flop. It's about her striking a nerve in the wrong group of people. And it's resonating in such a lower vibrational way that the only person that is truly losing from this song is Megan. Now, see how these cards are mirroring each other? I'm using two separate decks. The Lovers. The Lovers falls under the Three of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Empress, and the Six of Cups. Lovers represents a choice, also a choice between lovers while partying, and it turned into a very toxic situation that led to regret, a lot of remorse attached to a situation from the past, and then you still got this Empress involved here, and here's the Hangman. And there's something something very, very major here that I'm choosing on purpose not to say in this reading, because this isn't a private reading. But if you read tarot, you've already picked up on it. I don't even have to say it. And this is a very huge secret that is attached to the Queen of Wands, the hot girl. And it's attached to unearned income. That's attached to a situation with the Chariot, which would be a vehicle. Didn't I tell y'all, if this man don't say nothing within the next 5 to 7 days, I would suggest Megan don't push this man, because judgment is falling under this King of Swords. And whoever this King of Swords is, honey, he gonna read you your rights. Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So I feel like Megan felt like this was supposed to be successful. This was going to trend. But she's feeling betrayed by, like I said, by the people, by the comments, by the way that people are responding to the things she said. Now, bottom of the deck, the star, which represents Aquarius. We know that Megan is an Aquarius. It represents hope as well. So she hoped that this was going to be, you know, that thing that was going to give her motion, right? Now we've got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. And that's a card that represents manifestation. But the Magician can also manifest through trickery. Because magic is all about the sleight of the eye. It's not about what you thought you saw. It's about what actually happened. The magician always, you know, can create a situation to where something appears out of nowhere. But you have to be mindful enough to know that it's always an overlay for an underplay. And see, this was a wish fulfillment for you when all of this started. Two of Cups here, which represents like twin flame soulmate type energy, deep love and commitment type energy, okay? And it falls under this Four of Cups. It was a very, very hard to deal with unrequited offer. And it started off out of the Knight of Wands. So bottom of the deck, you got the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords. This is moving forward towards victory and cutting somebody off, like throwing somebody under the bus. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is not only the card of considering your options, but this is the card of libations or partaking in party favors. And this all goes back to the night that everything popped off. So it's like this song has pushed an energy that's going to cause a resurgence to people going over the case again, combing through the facts and all the pieces of how things went together. And here it is, Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which would represent air energy, Aquarius. This is her in her actual energy. Okay, this is like, here the Queen of Wands is her persona. This is actually her, the person. The Hermit. Once this judgment comes down, she's going to be ostracized. And look at this. You see how this Hermit is closing the laptop? Now you finally want to get away from what people are saying on the internet and what's happening out here with the bloggers and the fans. She's going to have to separate herself from her addiction to keep up with what everyone is saying about her for her own sanity. Because now you've got, you know, the weight of the world on your shoulders and it's falling under the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, this song was supposed to be, you know, like a rocket. It was supposed to set it off. It was supposed to trend. But funny enough, instead of this song trending like she thought it would, it caused the trend hashtag free Tory Lanez and hashtag free Tory to trend. She never thought that this song was going to cause people to separate from her the way that they're doing. And this falls under the Magician, which Magician over here lining up next to the Seven of Swords. See this once again. This deck has two Ten of Swords. This one is everything's fine, everything's fine. But look, obsession with the internet. She's watching what everybody's saying, and she's trying to keep a strong face. She's trying to, show everybody that this isn't bothering her, but it's like, someone who's dying inside because this definitely did not work out the way she expected. Okay, so King of Cups. There was a man that, once again came into union with Megan, started off as the Knight of Wands and ended as the King of Cups, which means this man felt very deeply about her. He didn't express how he felt, but his love for her was deep as the ocean. He was very heavy in his feelings over her. So Queen of Swords. And this Queen of Swords falls under this Seven of Cups, which goes back to this role that represents the night that everything happened. Now, Queen of Swords is someone that can be very vicious with the way that they deliver their statements, okay? And being that it falls under the Seven of Cups, that's somebody who gets a little sauce in them, and they go and they go and they go and they say harsh things while drinking. Like I said, she's gonna have to separate herself from the internet. This is like moving on from this toxic energy into calmer waters. But the best way that I can see that she can do that is to stay away from addressing certain things. Not to say that she can't do diss tracks, because that's a part of hip hop, but you gotta pick and choose your battles. And at this point, people want to dance. People want to feel good. People can't always listen to your music and be put in a downer. The last, song you talked about your cookie jar being depressed and possibly, taking, something sharp to your wrist. This song, you're taking shots at people and it feels very angry. You've got to elevate the energy. You've got to rise above the anger and give your fans what they want. They want to shake their ass. They want to have a good time. They want to get ready for the next hot girl summer. They don't want all this, beef and negativity. After a while, even the diehards, it's going to run them off. Yeah, Five of Swords falls under the Ten of Wands. And everything that I just said. The Five of Swords is harsh communication, arguing, toxic energy going out when you speak. And now it's putting the weight of the world on your shoulders. So this is also her feeling cut off from somebody who she could have felt like was the love of her life, due to energies attached to all of this stuff that's happened in this first row up until now. And we see her again at the bottom of the deck, the Star, which is the Aquarius. So she's heartbroken over a relationship breaking up. She's angry at all these different things, and she's not understanding that putting all this lower vibrational energy, all this anger into this music, this is not working for her like Mary J. Blige when she puts out good old sad love songs after a breakup. This is, actually putting people off in a certain way. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles is a card of being rooted, grounded, being solid. That's also a card of a wife or a mother. Okay, it would be my secondary card for motherhood next to the Empress. And then here she is, the Aquarius, falling under the Queen of Swords, which is a confirmation and a reconfirmation because Queen of Swords represents air sign. The star represents Aquarius. And then you got everything's fine, everything's fine. Eight of Swords, feeling stuck, feeling pigeonholed, feeling bound. Now, this could be on the other side of all of this if Megan just, raised her vibration. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. If she's willing to move away from the current energy she's in and give her fans what they want, she would make a lot of money. She's got to get out of this trying to prove a point and arguing and beefing with people. It's not faring well with her. It's not like, people listening to the average diss track and be like, oh, I can't wait to see who's going to take shots. Because we're not getting any club music out of her. We're not getting any writing music out of her. If this is what this whole album is going to be, this whole project, it's not going to fare well because it's too angry. People still want to dance. And see, this is her, like I said, keeping up with social media, keeping up with what everybody is saying, and feeling hella betrayed because people don't like this conflict in her communication, this harsh communication. Page of Cups. So, Page of Cups falling under the Ace of Cups is a very, very immature type card. And for that to fall under the Ace of Cups, I'm channeling the song Brian McKnight, Do I Ever Cross Your Mind Anytime? Do you ever reach out? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Do I ever cross your mind anytime? I miss you. So this is feeling like, she could possibly, here and there keeps tabs on this person that she broke up with, which is Party, who she's now realizing that she really did love this person and she wants to reach out in a small way to communicate, but her pride won't let her. And like I said, feeling trapped, stuck in this energy. And it's going to affect her stability and her money. It's going to affect her work. So I'm going to call it here, because I don't want this reading to be too long. I want it to be able to be uploaded by the morning when I get up. But yeah, y'all, the energy that I get around HISS is that it's not going to do well. It's not even going to do as well as Cobra because it feels too angry. And it caused her unnecessary grief, strife, and beef with some very prominent, important people that, are her competition, her co-workers, fellow people in the industry, and people who, provide the opportunities in the industry. And they're not taking this song well. So from here on out, I think it would be her best bet to make party music, make something fun, make something that will be an extension of Hot Girl Summer that can take people to the dance floor where they can shake their ass and forget about all this back and forth and this angriness. Because if she doesn't create dance music, something that's going to, get her fan base hyped to where they can, they can bop to it, they can have a good time, it's going to literally flatline this whole next project. because nobody's going to want to ride around all spring and summer listening to angry music and moody music when it's not jazz or, you know, sad love songs. This is not working out for the bigger picture, for the bigger scope of her project. If she can pick up the energy and do stuff more upbeat, she's going to do a whole lot better. But this is my energy tap in on Megan Thee Stallion HISS and the response of the industry versus the street. Everybody have a good night, and I'll kick it with y'all later. This reading is adjourned.